Welcome back to another drawing with Trowbro, and today we're going to be looking at how to make some more origami. So I should call this Folding with Trowbro because we're going back to the country of Japan and learning more about the art of folding paper into little sculptures, little 3D artworks. So today we're going to be learning how to make an origami dinosaur. Now with origami, it's not something where you just make it once and then you're done. It sometimes takes you 2 or 3 tries to learn how to make something successful with a piece of paper. I know for myself, when I learn something new, usually 2 or 3 tries before I make it just right, at least right for me. So let's get our paper and let's get started.
Alright, so before we can start making some really fun origami, first we need to get a perfect square out of our paper. And the easiest way to do that is to take a piece of copy paper or printer paper or any piece of paper really that's a rectangle and fold it from the corner so that this top edge right here meets this edge. And you want this corner right here to be as pointy as possible. Line it up so it's nice and flat, and then once it's lined up perfectly straight and flat, you're going to want to crease it all the way down. And you're going to see that you have this nice rectangle right here on the side. You're going to want to get a pair of scissors, and you can either cut it or you can have your mom cut it to make sure it's nice and straight, but you make sure you cut it straight down that line, and that is going to give you a perfect square right there. So now I open this up and I have a perfect square. Folds. Woohoo! Alright, let's get started making origami. Alright, so in this video we are going to learn how to make Barney the dinosaur. Actually, it doesn't have to be Barney. It can be a Jurassic Park dinosaur. I don't really care. Stands up. Looks like a nice little dinosaur. He's fun. I did color him purple because it is my favorite color, but there's our dinosaur. So, I used a piece of copy paper. Now you can notice right away that this is not a square. So to make the square, you fold it along this edge right here, crease it, then you can get some scissors and go right there, and you will have a square like this right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Here is my square. So we are going to start by taking the corner down to the other corner, creasing it, holding it down, and making a nice long crease. Now, if you have not seen my origami how to make a paper crane, you're going to want to stop this video and go watch it, because there are a lot of steps that are the exact same. So, corner to corner, and this corner up to this corner. It's almost identical to the crane until almost the very end, and then you do a couple different things. Oh no, I got something on my paper. That's okay. Alright, so, corner, corner. So, got a nice little X, okay? And then, these are all valley folds. You can see it kind of goes in like a valley. I'm going to turn it over and see those mountain folds. Then, I'm going to take the top of my paper, and the bottom of the paper, and fold it to the top. Line up those corners. Once they are lined up, crease it, open it up. We've now created a valley fold going that way. Then, I want to go like this, like a book, close it from the left to the right. And if this next step right here, okay, I'm gonna keep it closed. I'm gonna close this together to make like a little diamond shape like this. And if yours doesn't want to do this, you're gonna want to rewind and see how I did it, okay? Because a lot of times people will forget. So just to go over, diagonal, corner to corner, corner to corner. Turn it over. That's usually where kids mess up. They forget to turn it over. Then fold in half rectangle, then rectangle. On that second rectangle, it should want to make this shape right here. Should. If it doesn't, then you probably miss a step. You might want to have your parents help you. So, once I close this up, I'm going to crease it all so that it lays down nice and flat. So far, this is identical to my crane video. Now, I'm going to make sure the opening is facing you. This is very important. This opening is facing me. I'm going to take this side, and I can see that there's a crease right down the middle. There's a fold right there, valley fold. I'm going to take the side of it, and I grab the corner, and I bring it in, And I want this edge right here to go alongside that crease. I want it to get really close. I don't want it to touch though. Get really close, hold it down, then crease it so it stays folded down. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. There's a lot of symmetry in origami. Kind of start at the bottom, then hold the place at the top, then crease it. See, they're kind of touching. I really don't want these to touch. So I'm gonna re-hold it and crease it. It's like a little kite inside of a diamond. I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. And then it should look like a kite when you're done. So make sure it doesn't touch that middle line. When you get really close, but not touching. So when you do the other side, you should have like this little skinny gap between the two. You can see there's like a little bit of that paper right there. Crease it down. All right. Then I'm going to take this triangle right here at the top and I'm going to fold it down just to make a crease. All right, just to make that line right there. Fold it back and turn it over, do the same thing on the other side so that that triangle kind of bends back and forth between, just like I did on my origami crane video. Then, one of the hardest folds to do in origami, and once you master it, you can do a lot of origami. This is called the petal fold. I'm going to open this up. I can see this little triangle right here. I'm going to open it up from the bottom. That's why it's really important that your bottom is facing you. And I kind of use one of my fingers to hold down that triangle on the top, and I push in the sides. Now the bottom is super easy. The bottom wants to do it, but the top, you can kind of see it doesn't want to. So you're going to have to kind of guide it as you push it down so that the top looks just, like the bottom. And as it starts to look the right way, then you start to crease it. Don't crease it until it looks right. If it doesn't look right, kind of go back and go slow and just tell the paper how to fold. You want it to be this nice, sharp diamond shape. And you're going to turn it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. So open up my kite, grab the bottom, hold down that triangle so that it folds. So it's kind of like a beak of a bird. Push in the sides, and then kind of start from the bottom, and then slowly push the top one up, and then start creasing it as it starts to look correct. Make sure it's not jumbled up there at the top. And then, once it's all done, I can crease everything so that I know I want it to stay. Okay, so far this is the exact same as the crane, and right here, this is where it would get a little different. All right, but for the dinosaur, this is where it's going to change. I'm going to take this little triangle at the top. I'm going to bring it down. So now it looks like a kite, and then like a little delta triangle up there at the top. Then, okay, this part gets a little tricky. I'm going to, actually, how about this? I'm going to turn it this way, my kite. I'm going to take the top. I'm going to fold it down. Fold it down, and you'll notice there's like one piece right here, and then you got all this paper over here on the right. It's going to be his leg and his tails, and this part right up here is his head and his arms. You can kind of see my example right there. All right, now here's some of the tricky parts, okay? Now all of these are petal folds, so if you have not mastered the origami crane, you're going to want to go make some paper cranes, some practice with that. Because if you can't make the crane, you're not going to be able to make the dinosaur. And origami is all about practicing. It takes me, if I learn something new, a few attempts to get it right, just because I'm trying to learn something new. So even if your first one doesn't look good, don't give up. Try it again, or maybe go back to my crane video and try to master that. Because once you can make the crane, you can make almost anything in origami, almost. Because a lot of the folds are the exact same. Now, this fold right here is called a reverse fold. And I'm going to bend this head right here up. So what I'm going to do is I've opened up this triangle. I'm going to bring this piece of paper up. And then I'm going to bring these sides back down. All right, let's do that again, real slow. All right, so I kind of opened it up, and I brought this piece of paper up just a little bit. And you kind of see how I'm reversing the fold. So right now, this is a mountain underneath the valley. I want it to be a valley there instead of the mountain, and then I kind of close that back up. And this can kind of move too. You want the angle to be at least straight up or going forward. You don't want it to be going back. I guess it can go back. It's fine. It can be like a proper dinosaur. Now I just kind of crease it. Okay? That's what it looks like. I'll show you one more time. I know this can be tricky. Open it up, push this up, and then you kind of fold it, push it back down, and it reverses the fold so there's a valley fold there instead of the mountain. Okay? Next, to get the head, it's a reverse fold too. So what I'm going to do first is going to make a crease line. So I'm going to take this piece of paper, and I'm going to fold it to where it looks like it's a good head, and then once it looks good, I'm going to crease it. So press down, and it makes a little fold line. See that right there? And then I'm going to reverse fold this. Right now, that's a valley right there. Take this, pull it down, and it should want to fold right there where you creased it, and then you give it a little pinch, just like the beak of the bird. So it goes valley, mountain. Pretty simple. Takes a few tries. Okay, then I'm going to grab this little point right here. I'm going to pull it down a little bit. Pull it down just a little bit, and then give it a little pinch, and then it looks like there's little claws right there in the front. Make them a little bigger if you want. Little T-Rex hands. Alright, now for his feet. Okay, now if I look at it from the top, it's kind of like a foot of a dinosaur. So we got one leg, and his tail. So I'm going to grab this leg, and I'm going to, it's like I'm taking this piece of paper and I'm turning it so that this top part right here is going straight down, and then I crease it. Okay, I've now creased it. So I'm grabbing this, turning it, and then once it's going straight down, I give it a crease. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that symmetry stuff. Take this, just turning it, then crease it. Now you would think that we would be done with the legs, but we're not. We're going to have to reverse fold these legs. I know you're very happy about the reverse folds, but like I said, if you get good at it, you'll be fine. Keep practicing. So I did this to create that fold right there. So now I'm going to put this back up, and then underneath here is a valley fold. So I'm going to put my thumb in the valley fold, put my finger on the top of the mountain, and I want to reverse it. So I'm pushing that in so that it makes a valley. See that? I just kind of pinch, push down, and then use this finger, and then I just close that up. I'll show you again. So it was like this. I pulled it up, find the valley right there, and then I just pinch it, bring it down, and then you kind of want to fold it, close it back up, and it should be a valley all the way down. You got to do it this way. You can't leave it the other way because then it'll just unfold. But this doesn't unfold because of the way I folded it. Now we need to do the same thing on the other side. So take his leg, put it up, put your finger inside that valley, your thumb, finger on the top, and then just kind of press down, and it'll make that valley. And then I kind of use my other fingers and just kind of give it a pinch so that it makes that valley fold. All right, give it a nice good crease. Now, his legs are the exact same as his head. I take one, I fold it up, and I make sure that it looks right. You got to kind of be careful. Like, how do I want it to sit? Do I want it to sit like this, and so once I get a good angle for his foot, I give it a nice crease. I turn it over and do the same thing on the other side so that he's symmetrical. I don't want one foot to be bigger or smaller or at the wrong angle. Okay, get them both lined up. Give it a crease. All right, remember that just gives it a crease. Now I gotta reverse fold it. That's why reverse folding is very important. Practice until you get it. So, valley, you turn this foot into a mountain. So, one side does it where I did that crease. So then I just kind of close it up, just like the head, but it's at the bottom. There, you see that? Let's do it again. One more time. So, folded it this way, pull it down, open it up, and then you kind of just grab this piece of paper, lay it flat, and then push it up. And then you kind of want to just guide where that fold was, where that crease was, and then you try to mimic the other side. So that it goes valley and then mountain. This foot's a little janky right here. Oh well. Do the same thing on the other side. Open this up, find that valley fold, bring this up and let it fold. Like right there you can see that crease. And you just kind of have to match it on the other side. And then pinch. It's all about folding it the other way and then just pinching it so it makes a crease on the other side. And then we have our dinosaur. Does he stand up? Sometimes their tails are back heavy. That's okay. He still kind of sits, but he kind of looks like he's a rocking dinosaur. So if we make a few of these and you have your Jurassic Park movie. Dinosaurs.